So let's talk a little bit about home use launch monitor in that very affordable price range. So the reason we're talking about this is the more you go up the price range, the more accurate they'll become and the more features that you might get. But if you're looking for a really good use, home use simulator plus launch monitor, what can you expect? So if we take something like the Swing Caddy SC4, and there's other available, Garmin R10 and others, you're going to get, well, so these, the two mentioned there, you get Doppler radar. You get a system that is going to measure the ball using radar as it flies out in front of you. So things you might need to consider: how much ball flight you've actually got hitting into a net or not. Even though they do work often in front of nets, they're going to be more accurate if you actually see the ball go. It's measuring a projectile, meaning it's not only going to measure your performance, it's going to measure the performance of the ball, the projectile. So if you're practicing at ranges where they used reduced flight balls, or those balls have gone through the washer a lot of times, so the dimples are coming off a little bit or being smoothed off, those ball flights are going to be slightly different. It's going to measure from that ball flight, meaning you're going to have to work that into the numbers. So if you're not getting the exact numbers that you get when you use your own ball when you're playing on the course, these are things you might need to consider that you want to hit in front of this using your own ball. If you don't always have that opportunity, a good way of comparing is actually starting to learning what the balls you practice with do. So there are certain ranges that I know that the balls go X distance shorter, so I equate that to a real shot. So maybe hit some real shots, get your benchmark numbers, and then go to that range, use those reduced ball numbers to see what the drop off is. If it's consistent, you'll be able to consistently get the numbers out of this device than with those reduced range balls. Other little ideas: the algorithms in these machines, or remember they are the lower end of launch monitors, they need to be told what club you're using. People forget to toggle what club you're using. So if you start hitting 8 irons but the device thinks you're hitting the default driver, the algorithm will be slightly wrong, meaning that your numbers won't be as accurate as you need them to be. And this leads on to my last point and my main point. You need to learn a little bit about what your machine is measuring and what it needs to measure accurately. What I find with all the home use launch monitors that I review, and I reviewed most of them, it's the quality of setup and understanding what it needs which will deliver me the better quality of numbers. If you think you're going to buy it, plonk it down and just hit shots and it'll be on the money every time, you're going to have a few days where you don't set it up correctly. You're going to think it's the machine, or actually human error. Come on, machine, I can't get it wrong. It must be you.